Detective Comics number 1004 came out yesterday for New Comic Book Day, and we got a origin story of the Arkham Knight. Stick around for this review. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Superpower Review, the show that brings you news on comic books and statues and all sorts of fun comic book things. I'm your host, Kevin Vidinia, and today we're going to be doing a review on Detective Comics number 1004. And to help me talk about this issue, we got John on the show, returning guest. How's it going, John?
What's going on, guys? Glad to be back.
Thank you so much for being on the show. You and I have been following this Detective Comics storyline for quite some time. We got a origin story of the Arkham Knight yesterday. So let's start off by doing kind of a breakdown of the origin story real quick for our audience. Just so you know, guys, it's Superpower Review. This is a spoiler review, so if you have not read the book yet, do not watch this issue. Pause it, read it, and come back. So, John, why don't you take it off there and tell us roughly what happened in the story.
So basically it starts off right where 1003 ends. They're talking to Dr. Arkham about who Astrid is and what's going on, and basically Batman asks him up front, like, "Are so is this your daughter?" And he's basically like, "Yep." And start going through all of these tapestries that she has made throughout her life. She basically made like a visual board of her entire life, and that's basically how the next like 6 or 7 pages kind of fold out through her memories. Well, it's the beginning of how he met Ingrid, the mom, and everything.
Right. So pretty much they work at Arkham together. He's kind of like, he does like a half-assed job on taking care of these inmates, and then she kind of actually puts her heart and soul into it. And it seems like the inmates like this person. So a horrible thing happens in the asylum where she becomes pregnant and she's due for the baby, but a riot breaks out in the asylum and she's under so much stress that she gives birth prematurely, pretty much, right? So,
over a riot.
Yeah, over a riot. That happens. She gives birth to a baby girl. Batman is in the asylum while this riot is happening, because pretty much Batman always takes care of these riots. He's always there at this asylum. If there's a riot, Batman's there. Go ahead, continue.
So, as she's giving birth, it turns out that all of the rogues that she has been trying to heal and being so passionate with helped their delivery. The rogues delivered her baby. Clayface had a privacy sheet up. Joker was there slapping the butt to make it cry. Yeah. Solomon Grundy was fighting off people. I thought it was amazing. I thought it was not only somewhat hilarious, but also very touching that they would go out of their way to do that for someone.
Oh, so touching.
I thought so.
And then, so, she's giving birth, everything's fine, they protect her, and then all of a sudden, this rogue Batarang comes and sticks in her neck, and she she dies, she bleeds out, and then pretty much that's what starts this whole hatred for the Arkham Knight, for the Batman.
And then she's basically only been in Arkham. Her dad basically kept her away from everything. So it's Uncle Joker and Aunt Amy, and so she was basically born and bred as a rogue.
Pretty much. Just stays in the asylum. Her father keeps her there. She becomes, these rogues become family members. So, okay, John, so we pretty much got the breakdown of the story. What did you think of this origin story?
I actually really enjoyed it. I thought that it gave a reason why she hates Batman so much. It gave a reason why she knew so much about Batman. It gave another aspect of the Rogues Gallery that you don't really ever see. I've seen Joker boil a baby and feed it to its father. So I mean,
But
complete.
not the baby you saw in this issue, though, right?
No, no, no.
Just want to.
So cool to see that other side where it's not. Oh, they're just animals, basically. So I mean, I thought it was a good read. Usually, I hate when they're super wordy, like it was, but I enjoyed reading through it.
All right. Well, I'm glad you felt that way. I really do. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Me, on the other hand, I'm gonna be completely honest with everybody here. I have a whole different perspective of this origin story, and I thought this origin story was a little bit, not, okay, maybe not a little bit laughable, but I felt this origin story could have been a whole lot better. I really do. Okay, so them taking care of the baby while she's giving birth, like the Joker smacking a baby to make it cry. These are criminals. These are insane people, and they're protecting someone. I just don't understand that. So Tomasi wrote this book, okay, and I'm just like, wow, like the way how he personifies these characters is just not how I know these comic book characters. I just feel like if a birthing lady was during a riot at the asylum, I think they would have killed her.
But this isn't just any lady. This is Ingram Arkham now, and that made their lives easier, better, actually trying to help, actually listening. And maybe that's the first time they ever had that.
Maybe. Okay, yeah, I get it. I get what you're saying. And, it's not just any lady. It's her who took care of them. But still, I don't feel like that these characters that I know have the capacity to feel this way toward a person.
I mean, fair, very fair from what they have done in previous things. But I think this is the first time that anybody showed them genuine compassion. They weren't looking out for themselves or looking out to get rich off of their stories or what have you. So I think that's why they defended her versus eating it alive or doing whatever they needed to just to get back at a guard.
Right, okay, all right, fair enough. And then the Batarang coming in and hitting her neck, I laughed at that part when I read that. I laughed.
I gasped.
You gasped. I was like, that's really how they're gonna do it. Okay, all right. Because I knew she was gonna die, and then she gives birth, and I'm like, oh, so where, no one's killing her. Where's this gonna go wrong? And then the Batarang came, and I was like, oh, wow, okay, that's how they do it. Okay.
I'm glad that it wasn't from actually Batman, just throwing him willy-nilly and accidentally catching her in the.
But is it from Batman? That we don't actually really know. Just because it's a Batarang, we actually don't know if Batman threw it and hit her neck.
Well, in the book, it actually said that it was an inmate that picked up random ones that were left while Batman was outside.
Boom.
Smashed his head.
Boom. Like that. See? John came and saved my day. Just like that, John came to the rescue and corrected that. Okay, so my other qualm is that what sane person, okay, obviously this person is not sane because they work at an insane asylum, but what person would have a child stay at a asylum growing up through the years? I don't know, but there's a thing called a babysitter, and you have those, take care of your child while you're doing something you don't want them to be there for.
Well, tragedy makes people do crazy things, and if I had to equate it to something in my life, it would be a lot like Finding Nemo, where they don't, this happened. I'm not letting you out of my sight. I could have lost you. I already lost your mother. I'm not letting it happen again. You're not leaving my side.
All right. All right.
Right.
No,
But
I know you're not saying it's right, but I actually liked what you said there. Okay. All right. I did like. Now you said there was something in here too that you said that Tomasi's writing was a little wordy. I think I heard you say that, right?
which part?
Where Tomos, you said that the wording is it's too wordy. This issue, like there's.
Oh yeah, because a lot of the story, it wasn't a lot of the pictures telling the story. It was the words behind it.
Right. I actually felt that the story in this book, I actually really liked the writing. I liked certain words that were played into this book. I did enjoy that. I'm not going to completely, crap all over this book. I did like the writing and how he played words. I do still continue to like Walker's artwork in this book. Other than that, I mean, but it does show a side of the Arkham Knight that we don't know, and obviously this person is a little whacked out for staying in an asylum all her life.
I think she definitely belongs.
And I know in previous episodes we've also said too that I felt like that this character could maybe even be a assistant to Batman, or kind of not a sidekick, but there's other characters that we know that Batman kind of teams up with, and I felt like that the Arkham Knight could probably do that, but not now.
No, she's completely delusional. She sees what she wants to see.
And you use the word perfectly, delusional.
Yep.
What else do you think is what do you think the Arkham Knight is planning here?
I think that crazy solar thing, she's going to try to put it at the top of that planetarium it looked like or something.
Yep.
And I think it's going to be a bomb of sorts, try to make the sun only shine. I don't know. But I know she's trying to get rid of night.
Yeah, like it doesn't seem like she's just talking about the night as Batman. I think she's like, there's not going to be any night. It's going to be daytime only.
No more shadows for him to hide behind.
Right. All right. So if you were to give this book a CGC grading, what would you give this book?
For an origin story, I would give this a 9.4. I enjoyed the read. I could read through it 2 or 3 times, and it wasn't like stale. I enjoyed the pictures of Joker slapping the baby. I thought having him deliver the baby was hilarious. I like the imagery and the art. I'm going to give it a solid 9.4.
All right. If I were to give this review, I might get some slack. This is going to probably be the first comic book I have on this channel that I did not like, actually. There's been some times where I've been like, yeah, it was okay. If I were to give this book a CGC grading, I'm going to give it an 8.0.
Oh, man.
Oh, man. I really felt like this origin story could have been... I just felt like there could have been a different direction where they could have had the Arkham Knight. I mean, I think it's kind of cool that, that since she was being brought up in the asylum, that now not does Batman only have to worry about her, but now he has to worry about the whole rogues gallery, okay? Which all of them. So he's gonna be, it's gonna be tough for him. And as we've seen a couple of times already, she had the upper hand on him a couple of times.
Yeah.
So
it's basically everybody, let's go our separate ways.
Right.
Side of good judgment. We're good. Send you on your way.
Right. I mean, I think like if, I don't know, going back to your question, I think maybe like instead of growing up in there, maybe she had, again, it's sort of the same story, but she does have compassion for the people. Maybe she doesn't see as Batman as a hero, Like, we already know that she doesn't, but maybe she feels like that Batman is doing more hurt than justice in some way. I don't know. Instead of just being like, I was brought up in an asylum where my dad kept me and I made friends with these people, like Uncle Joker here, who would not kill me at all. So, I don't know.
No, I understand that. And obviously she's mega delusional. She basically trained like how Batman did throughout her life, searching for science and fighting and searching throughout Arkham. I'm interested to see how far this goes.
I mean, just because of the story, I'm not gonna drop the series. I do want to continue to see where it goes, but I don't know. I just feel like I felt like that this character deserved a better origin story. I mean,
She's basically a female Bruce.
She's a female Bruce. Yeah.
Her mother was gunned down in a riot, not an alley. Saw it happen in front of her, kind of. Had all the upbringing and angry the whole time. She's basically a evil female Bruce.
Pretty much, yeah, true, pretty much. But I don't know, maybe. Hold on. Okay, so what if the different origin story was, and we've talked about this. We thought at one point that this could have been Azrael.
Yeah.
What if she trained under Azrael in some way? That could have been a cool origin story and had her own, like, you know, the whole sun thing. And
because in the beginning he was in Arkham, right? After the whole breaking of the back and everything of that kind of stuff, where he went crazy.
Right. I just felt like this character deserved a better origin. And I'm not hating anybody who liked this book. A lot of people like this book. I don't see it that way.
I enjoyed it.
I'm glad you enjoyed it, man. I really do. I'm glad you enjoyed it. So, anything else you would like to say about this issue?
I'm excited to see what 1005 has.
Yeah, me too. I'm excited to see what this big master plan is, or this eclipse that she has planned. Obviously, I think we hit the nail on the head. I think about her not wanting the daylight. So.
Yep.
All right. So, John, thank you so much for being on the show today.
Anytime.
And that's going to do it for today's review on Detective Comics number 1004. So be sure to like this video if you liked anything that John had to say. If you didn't like what I had to say, then I kind of feel like thumbs down's coming. I don't know, maybe. If you liked this video, make sure you subscribe to the channel if you want to see more. And that's going to do it for today, guys. Comment in the section below on what you thought of this issue. That's going to do it. I'll see you guys next time.